What is going on, guys? My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today bringing you guys the next episode of the Chief Challenge series. So right now I'm sitting at 2,249 trophies. Galadon is at 2,266, and you guys actually voted for us to use all Hog Riders. So today we're gonna go ahead and mass Hog Rider some bases, and let me go ahead and see if I can turn the tables and get my first lead of the series. All right, so looking at the first base I'm going to attack. Mostly today, all I did was attack Town Hall 9s. I really didn't want to mess with Town Hall 10s, especially because I don't have any heroes in case I fail my raid. Whenever you use hogs, especially for this series when you're using only hogs, it's 3 stars or 0 stars. So yeah, I got to make sure I do the best I can on every single raid and see if I can take some bases out. So this guy's base was fairly easy. He really didn't have any giant bombs that I had to worry about. I dropped a couple of heal spells here and there, but you can see in the end, I didn't really see any 2x2 spaces in his base where some giant bombs could be. So literally my hogs just ran throughout his entire base, and after I fast forward, they're just going to go ahead and hop around and destroy everything he had. So there were certain bases that went like this, where there weren't any giant bombs I really had to worry about, and then other bases were a minefield. So we're going to see some of those throughout the later parts of this episode. All right, anyways, I got a bunch of trophies for that one. Let's go ahead and check out our next base, and it looks like this one's a pretty solid one with 34 trophies available, and this one definitely looks a lot more dangerous than the last one. This guy has his heroes, this guy probably has some clan castle troops, as well as plenty of spaces where his giant bombs could be. So let's go ahead and check out what happens, and I'm going to go ahead and start funneling my Hog Riders right now. So there were 2 giant bombs right there, and if I landed on those giant bombs, I would have lost all my Hog Riders, so I'm really lucky that didn't happen. So that's actually really good, and because those 2 giant bombs were right there, I'm going to guess that the other 2 giant bombs are going to be on the top left in the same exact space, so my troops should be able to run through the rest of the base and not have to worry about those bombs. So things are looking good right now. I'm going to drop a heal spell just in case in a second, because you can see that giant bomb was there. I don't know where the other one was, but yeah, things turned out pretty okay. Looks like my hogs are just going to go ahead and destroy some of the rest of these defenses. I did want to make sure they got to full health in case they hit another giant bomb, but after I fast forward through the rest of it, they're going to go ahead and hop their way around, and it should be another 3-star for this base. So one thing I noticed about hogs, especially not having any heroes to clean up the rest of the raid, it actually usually took longer to clean up the base than to destroy the defenses. So sometimes there was builder huts in the corners, sometimes there was random buildings in the middle of nowhere that none of your hogs got to. So you can see it took me a while to get through this entire raid, and it took over 2 minutes to get a 3-star, but still no fails left, 34 trophies, and let's go ahead and check out our next base right here with 22 trophies available. All right, looking at where I want to attack this guy. Lots of heroes on the very bottom, as well as a bunch of really scary buildings. So rather than deal with the heroes at the end, I'm just going to go ahead and deal with those guys right now. So Hog Riders are being sprayed in, dropping my first set of heal spells. And I did see that giant bomb just go off. I was a little bit worried about that, but my troops did heal up enough to where they're not going to be taken out in one shot, and they should be okay to go throughout the rest of the raid. All right, so hogs are making their way through. Looks like I don't see any 2x2 compartments where any other giant bombs could be, so I pretty much feel like I'm in the clear right now, and I just have to wait for my troops to slowly make their way throughout the base. It's pretty funny with the Hog Riders seeing the heroes chase your guys all the way around, but yeah, looks like they're going to destroy that last cannon in just a second, and I've had some picture-perfect Hog Rider raids so far. I know I was talking to Galadon on Skype during this, and he said he was losing a couple of battles, so at this point I got pretty excited because I knew I had a good chance of taking the lead towards the end of this episode, but I didn't want to check until the very end. I didn't want to get too confident. I didn't want to let my guard down, so I kept raiding as fast as I could because, again, we only have 30 minutes to raid as much as we can, so you can't really waste your time doing stuff like checking the score. 3 stars, 22 trophies for this one. Think I have a pretty good strategy. I'm not bringing any rage spells or anything like that, just pretty straight up healers or heal spells, and I actually hadn't used Hog Riders for about a year since I actually did this video today, so it was pretty funny using these guys, and they still work against some Town Hall 9s, but again, they used to be mega overpowered because the giant bombs would only do like 40% damage to them, so the Hog Riders could actually survive 2 giant bombs on top of each other, but once they changed that, they were significantly less powerful, and you don't see them as much today, but you still see different variations of them, people using Surgical Hog and stuff like that. But for bases like these where I can't really examine them like I would for a clan war and prepare for exactly how to attack them, I just have to bring 48 Hog Riders, and especially because I'm in a time constraint, I'm just going to have to spam them as much as I can and just pretty much dumpster my way throughout these bases. All right, so things look pretty good right now. One last cannon right there. I did avoid pretty much all the giant bombs. I do have a heal spell left just in case I need it. But my hog should be good to go as long as the Barbarian King doesn't go full crazy mode and take all of them out. I'm going to be good to go. And since he did die, I'm going to destroy the rest of this base. So smooth sailing so far. 27 trophies for this one. Again, another 3-star. This one took me about 1 minute and 40 seconds, which really isn't too bad using these hog riders. 27 trophies once again, and definitely not enough dark elixir to pay for it. All right, so let's take a look at this next base right here and deciding where I wanted to attack it. I decided to go from the top right to see if I can make my way all the way down, and it's been a pretty good strategy so far. There's a giant bomb right there, so I'm going to have to drop a heal spell on top of that as soon as possible to make sure they don't go down to the wizard tower, as well as another giant bomb's going to go ahead and plop off right there, so I have to make sure I'm continually healing my hog riders or things are going to get pretty bad. So my hogs are still making their way through. They're sort of getting spring trapped all over the place. I still do have a decent amount left, but with all these defenses, things are actually not looking perfect. So those hogs are making their way through on the right. These hogs right here are trying to shoot their way through. And I think I bit a little bit more off than I could chew for this one. And my hogs are actually going to go down, and I'm going to lose this raid for a fail. So yeah, I think I lost a couple of my hogs to a giant bomb in the very beginning, so the Barbarian King's just going to go crazy and smack away. So this is my first fail right here using the hogs, and 36% is definitely not what I was looking for. If I had my heroes, I could easily drop them and get 50% to the base, but since we aren't using heroes for this series, I'm going to have to take my lumps, lose some trophies, and move on to the next raid, and I think this one's going to be a lot better. This guy hasn't logged on in a while. His expos don't have any energy. I'm guessing he doesn't, or his expos don't have any ammo. Obviously nothing in the clan castle. I would guess that this guy hasn't restocked his giant bomb. So one more easy base before I head out, and let's see if we can destroy this guy just to get the trophies back that we lost from the previous raid. So pretty ugly base as far as the walls go, using the level 6 and level 5 walls, or level 7 and level 5 walls alternating. I haven't really seen that since like early 2013, but gonna storm my way through. I could have used a lot of these hog riders on the last raid because I'm gonna have plenty of left over, and I think that's gonna be it for the final raid for the hog riders today. The 30-minute time limit was up, so I did have to stop after this one. And as my troops just go ahead and hop around the base, overall I feel like I got a lot of good trophies in today's episode because hog riders are pretty good. I mean, they're really good for taking care of these Town Hall 9s, and you can get a lot of trophies from doing that. I didn't have to settle for 2 stars. I got 3 stars on every single raid I did today, except for the one where I got 0 stars, and I ended up with 2,524 trophies for the day in Crystal 1. So taking a look at where I'm at, I was 15 trophies down to start the day, and you can see right now I'm now up 70 trophies because unfortunately Galadon had some trouble with the hog riders. He even said in the Skype chat beforehand that hog riders were his kryptonite, so unfortunately it looks like the tables have turned on him, and I'm holding a 70 trophy lead going down to the final stretch. But the thing is, with this series, it gets harder and harder, especially for the fact that we can't use clan castle troops or heroes when we're raiding, so we're just gonna have to see what happens over the final 700 trophies. That's going to do it for this video. Again, you guys vote for every army composition that you use. You can vote for Go Wee Wee or Go What for the next episode below. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you later. Peace out.